Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're reviewing the Kia Carnival Hybrid. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Jerry Steiner Kia here in Salt Lake for giving me some time with this Carnival. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. Also include a link to my car buying guide as well. Let's get into it. Powering this is a hybrid 1.6 liter turbo 4-cylinder that goes through a 6-speed. Fuel economy is 34 around town and then 31 on the highway, meaning this can go over 600 miles on a tank of gas. Power outputs are 242 horsepower and then 271 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Now, I've already reviewed the fully loaded Carnival, which that's what this is, but I'll quickly go over some of the cool features. So first off, really like the new headlight design. I think it looks fantastic, and this gray color definitely pops. I'm noticing Kia is putting it on more and more vehicles. You also have fog lights there at the bottom. And then this loaded up package has really cool looking wheels. Look at the design there around the side. And then you can see like you got nice trim there on the mirror cap, the door handles as well. And then here's your full side view. Has a boxier design for a minivan, which I think is pretty exciting. And then you've got the new Kia key fob here. So it has lock and unlock. You got the opening for the hatch. We also have the remote start function and the self-park feature. And we'll quickly pop the hatch open here so you guys can see the storage. See if the hybrid system's gotten in the way of it. And guess what? It has not. So you can see with the seats folded down, you got quite a bit of storage space all the way to the back. And you still have a 3-row with this for those of you that are wondering, but you don't really concede anything with the hybrid. Again, it's a traditional hybrid, so it's a smaller battery pack. You don't need to take up a lot of space. And then the new rear end I think looks pretty sharp on the Carnival. And then quickly, of course, we've got the automatic sliding doors, and then this has the fancy interior with the lounge seats, so you got little footrest there, so you can like really stretch out in the back. And then the back passengers also get sunshades. And notice the door panel is actually pretty premium looking even for the rear. Rear passengers also get their own climate zone. They even get their own sunroof as well. So they've got a lot of luxury features back there. And then the door is pretty simple to close. Popping up front, again, you've got nice trim all over. See all the window controls here. Memory seats, blind spot monitoring. And then you got fancy seats up front here. And quickly pop in. Look at the dash, by the way. Nice trim all across with this loaded up package. Turn it on. You can see their full digital gauge cluster, which got the different drive modes. So notice Eco, Sport, and Smart with the modes. And then it also lets you know the battery charge right there as well. And then this does come with a... Oh, it won't let me because I gotta shut the door. Let's try that again. Does come with a 360 camera system with this loaded up package, so that's another nice feature. And quick response time with the screen in general, so that's always nice. And then this does have the multi-function controls down below, so that is something to kind of remember. Bunch of charging space here. Got a little dial shifter, and then you have heated and ventilated seats with this package, which is pretty cool. Plenty of storage. I like this trim here. And then you got a camera rear view mirror and then another sunroof up front. There's a lot of glare, so it's hard to see the window sticker, but anyways, $54,755 is the total MSRP on this after all options and with the hybrid and everything. See how it drives. Well, let us set off in the hybrid Carnival. Well, I guess I gotta turn around first. This is where we'll be able to test that 360 camera system. Let's try to find a better place to turn around. Maybe if I squeeze between these two trucks. We're gonna put trucks in quotation because one of them is electric. So, you know, it's kind of a truck. Yeah, 360 is nice. It's a big I mean, you know, it's not super tall, but it's long. So, definitely changes the dynamics quite a bit. And turning radius isn't too bad for a minivan. Glad we have another hybrid minivan on the market. I hope that Honda comes out with an hybrid Odyssey. They still have the V6, which is really cool. Last V6 in the market, pretty much. Well, Chrysler, but it's Chrysler, let's be honest. Smooth so far. So the real competitor with this is going to be the Sienna, kind of. One downside about the Carnival is they still don't offer all-wheel drive. Kia thinks that if they give this all-wheel drive, it'll steal from Telluride sales, which I don't agree with that. I think that if they made this all-wheel drive, it would steal from Sienna sales, because some people would, you know, want to get an all-wheel drive minivan and not wait for 20 years, because the Siennas are sold out for pretty much ever. Smooth drive. Suspension's pretty comfortable. Yeah, going over the bumps and everything, it's nice. I like it. And you know, the other powertrain with this, oh, train, we're not doing that. The other powertrain with this is a V6. Yeah, everyone's gonna start turning. So yeah, the hybrid powertrain is significantly different in terms of its setup, right? Being turbocharged, being a 4-cylinder, being a hybrid. Smooth though, it's very smooth. See, the thing is, when you have a hybrid turbo 4-cylinder, it has a very similar smooth power feel that you get in just a V6 naturally aspirated. It's really nice. I like how this drives. It's quite impressive, actually. Like, the ride's great. Acceleration's very smooth, because basically you have the instant torque punch from the electric, and then the turbo engine comes in and it's got low-end torque too, and so it feels like you've always got power, which is something that isn't necessarily common with minivans. Ooh, this thing's quick for a minivan. Yeah, at the top end it does the 4-cylinder stuff, but man, for a minivan it's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. I like it. I'm way more impressed with this than I thought I would be. So does it compare to the Sienna? Well, when it comes to driveline, it is lacking. It does not have all-wheel drive. That's something that Kia should strongly consider changing with the Carnival, offering all-wheel drive, because I'll say it, I've said it once and I'll say it again. There is very little crossover between a minivan buyer and an SUV buyer. Very little crossover. The person that's buying the third row SUV is an SUV buyer. The person that's buying the minivan is a minivan buyer. You know what that looks like is most, you know, minivans have quite a bit of stigma. So most people, if they can get away with a third row SUV, they're going to do that so that they don't have to live out the minivan stigma. But if they can't make that work, like they need the space, it's like they're going to get a minivan, right? Some people will go for, the only like real competition to minivans I see is full-size SUVs, like a Suburban or Tahoe, because those have similar interior dimensions as a minivan, but they're also a lot more expensive. And that's kind of, again, that's why the minivan's really in a market of its own. So let me know what you guys think about the Carnival Hybrid. I think it's really cool. And we finally have some competition for Toyota, because Toyota was the only hybrid minivan on the market. But now you got this, and I mean, 600 miles of range, that's impressive. Because again, minivans are all about road trips. So being able to drive 600 miles between fill-ups on a road trip, that's nice, right? I mean, you could, I mean, the trip I think about is a lot of people go to like Vegas from Utah. You can get all the way down to Vegas. One go. You'd be able to get part of the way. I think, how many miles is it? Let me look that up. I got my phone in my pocket. Let me. Okay, we got Apple Maps pulled up here. So we're in Salt Lake, Vegas. Vegas, Nevada. So from Salt Lake to Las Vegas, still loading. Any year now. Why don't I have any? There we go. 419 miles. So yeah, you could get all the way down to Vegas, drive around Vegas, and then fill up, and then that's pretty impressive. Anyways, let me know what you guys think.